In my last lecture on History 01, I covered Sumerian religion. Today, I will cover Sumerian agriculture. Now, if you take Anthropology 101, which I did during my college years, you will learn that there are 6 types of societies: hunter-gatherer societies, horticultural societies, pastoral societies, agricultural societies, industrial societies, and service-based societies. Before agriculture, we had hunter-gatherers, horticulturalists, and pastoralists who were relatively more egalitarian. For example, in hunter-gatherer societies, women were not considered to be subordinate to men because men and women shared the same load of labor. Men would hunt for food while women would gather food. Either way, both men and women put food on the table, or whatever object was used during those times. Agriculture was much more technologically advanced than the tools of hunter-gatherers, horticulturalists, and pastoralists, but with an organized society comes hierarchy, such as class hierarchy and patriarchy. The dominant rulers of the agricultural society were rich men, usually of a particular ethnic group. The hierarchy usually survived unchallenged because no one wanted to disrupt the law and order that the rich men had successfully created. As for the agriculture itself, Sumerian farmers primarily grew barley, but they also grew apples, grapes, plums, dates, and wheat. Oxen and donkeys were the animals that pulled the wagons, which not only exemplified how the Sumerians invented the wheel, but also encased those wheels in leather tires. That's right, tires aren't just a product of the modern world, they actually date all the way back to the very cradle of civilization. Of course, since Mesopotamia is basically just modern-day Iraq, a Middle Eastern country, it lies within the Middle Eastern desert, but it wasn't dry and arid like most desert regions. On the contrary, it made up a significant portion of the Fertile Crescent, which is hard to explain, but I'll show you through this image. As you can see, the Fertile Crescent stretches all the way from northern Egypt to southern Persia, and that is why Mesopotamia flourished during its time. Mesopotamia was a rich, humid breeding ground for all of the crops that I just mentioned, and the Sumerian economy thrived on the constant supply of these crops to the Sumerian public. I'll wrap up on Sumer in the next 2 lectures on History 01, but in a few minutes, join me for my lecture on Psychology 01.